Debate in the UN is a form of warfare by another mean, much more civilized. But it's not an attempt at understanding.
The best compromise is that when everyone involved is equally unhappy with the result.
Not too happy, but yeah.
Equally unhappy, and they know about each other, that the other side is also unhappy and had to pay something for the solution. So they will be unhappy because they lost quite a lot, but they will be left with something what enables them to go for the future. Like with the marriage counseling, to reach that you must know not only what people say, but what people think, and not only what people think, but why they think probably in that way, and it's a learning process.
In the work of the group on dialogue, we started listening to each other and experiencing whether it was possible to develop the commonalities more than trying to simply talk at each other and try to pick up points from one another and respond with those points. And I think that was a very rewarding experience for all of us, that enabled us to see that there are a good number of areas where we had commonalities. So if you allow diplomats an opportunity to engage in an attempt to understand one another without trying to score points and negotiate a text, then I think that would be a very rewarding experience and in fact an eye-opening experience.
What we call solidarity camps, where people meet and talk about their history and try to overcome whatever used to divide them and to focus on what can unite them. And that was really, really very successful. We call it in Kinyarwanda Gacaca. It's a sort of traditional justice which is grounded by our traditional ways of settling issues. And this used to happen in our rural areas, the way they used to settle the different conflicts arising in the community. So this Gacaca justice is aimed at challenging, getting the Rwandan people to challenge themselves, just to be able to say the truth. Everything happened under their eyes. They witnessed everything. It's important. It's important not to hide what happened to young generations, because the future belongs to them. So first of all, they have to know what happened and what caused it, and get them to think positively as to the future. Get them to reject all those policies which grounded the implementation of the genocide, and to get them to feel like they belong to one nation. Some people apologize towards the victims. And through all that process, for the victims, it will be like a relief. If, for instance, you have committed something bad to me, I will be very much relieved if you get to acknowledge that you committed it. And if you apologize, I will be much keen to forgive you, yes.
Mm. Is forgiveness there or not?
It is there. It is there, and we believe that. I mean, because we are all human beings.
The human being, when he's born, he's a kind, honest, straightforward, laughing, smiling baby. That is humanity.
Periods in our history where we really achieved a certain international projection. I'm not saying that all moments of greatness pass, but to a certain extent, yes, they do. I mean, there are always others, and it's a very good thing that rise in power. The rise in power of human beings to control their destiny and to to achieve things and to live comfortably and to generate wealth. Never was power and was so great. Let's make the best of this power, and those of us who concentrate a certain political and military power must make this power act for the benefit of humanity. I mean, in the end, that's the only thing that can ensure our own happiness.
The human beings, I mean, are made to realize their mistakes, to realize, I mean, how they should and they could live for a better cause. I mean, they will do it.
The United States has a potential. That potential can be deployed to serve humanity, or it can be deployed to lead to that confrontation that we are all trying not to. That is, I think, issue 1, 2, 3 amongst the priorities that should be dealt with today.
This is either something that we have to do it all together,
Right.
or suffer from it altogether.